South Korea isn't just skyscrapers and bustling streets. It's a land of hidden paradises, ancient traditions and landscapes so stunning they almost feel unreal. From misty mountains and vibrant tea fields to colorful villages and serene islands, each corner tells a story waiting to be discovered. In this video, I'll take you on a journey through the most beautiful places in South Korea, spots that will make you fall in love with this country over and over again. Get ready to explore the magic behind the mountains, the colors behind the villages, and the peaceful escapes that few travelers ever see. Gyeongbokgung Palace is the kind of place that makes you slow down the moment you step inside. It's the grandest of all the Joseon dynasty palaces, and walking through its gates feels like the city suddenly fades away. The noise of Seoul softens, the air grows calmer, and the rhythm of history takes over. The first thing that catches your eye is the scale. Long corridors of red-painted pillars stretch into the distance, each one holding stories of kings, scholars, and royal families who once lived within these walls. The palace was built in 1395, and despite wars, fires, and reconstruction, it still stands as a symbol of resilience. Every beam, every color, every courtyard carries the marks of a kingdom determined to preserve its identity. Then there's Gwanghwamun Gate, the main entrance. Watching the royal guard changing ceremony here feels like time traveling. The guards in bright uniforms, the steady beat of traditional drums, and the choreography of the ceremony bring a small part of the Joseon era back to life. It's theatrical, but also deeply rooted in tradition. Inside the palace grounds, Jeonjeongjin Hall steals the spotlight. This was the throne hall, where kings made decisions that shaped the future of Korea. Standing in front of it, you can almost imagine the court gatherings. The officials lined up in rows, the king elevated above them beneath the painted ceiling, and the iconic Bongdo screen behind the throne depicting the sun, the moon, and 5 mountain peaks. And then, hidden deeper inside, you'll find the tranquil Gyeongho Pavilion floating above a lotus pond, with its reflection shimmering in the water and the mountains rising behind it. It's one of the most peaceful scenes in the entire palace. Gyeongbokgung isn't just a landmark. It's a living memory of Korea's royal past, majestic, poetic, and unforgettable. The Boseong Green Tea Fields feel like they were designed by nature to calm the human mind. As you arrive, the first thing you notice is the color. Not just green layers of green. Soft, bright, deep, almost glowing. The tea bushes are arranged in long curved rows that follow the shape of the hills, creating waves of emerald that seem to roll all the way to the horizon. Walking along the paths, the air itself feels different here. It's clean, fragrant, and carries the soft scent of tea leaves warmed by the sun. With every step, the landscape shifts a little. One moment you're looking across gentle slopes, and the next you're surrounded by towering cedar trees that guard the plantation like silent giants. Birds hop between branches. The breeze brushes through the fields, and everything feels unhurried. These tea fields have been here since the early 20th century, shaped by generations of farmers who know the land like family. Their work is quiet but meticulous, trimming, harvesting, and caring for each row with the same respect you'd give to something living and sacred. When you watch them move across the hills at sunrise, it's like watching a tradition unfold in real time. There's also something magical about the light in Boseong. Early mornings cast soft shadows that slide across the terraces. Midday turns the fields into a bright, shimmering carpet. And evenings? That's when the sun dips low and the hills glow with a warm golden green hue that feels unreal. And then of course there's the taste. Fresh Boseong tea isn't just a drink, it's a moment. Smooth, slightly sweet, and incredibly crisp, as if the flavor carries the calmness of the fields themselves. Boseong isn't just a scenic stop. It's a place where nature and tradition blend into something beautifully peaceful. Gamcheon Culture Village feels like someone took a handful of colors and scattered them across a hillside. Bright blues, warm yellows, candy pinks, every house seems to shout its own personality. From above, the village looks like a giant mosaic overlooking the Busan coast. But once you start walking its narrow paths, it becomes something even better. A living maze of stories, art, and everyday life. This place wasn't always a tourist hotspot. It began as a modest mountainside community, built by people looking for a fresh start after the Korean War. The streets were simple, the houses small, and life was quiet. That changed when local artists and residents teamed up to transform the area through creativity. Murals, sculptures, and quirky installations started appearing everywhere, turning the village into an open-air gallery with surprises around every corner. As you wander through the alleys, you'll notice how the art blends with real life. A staircase painted like a river, a rooftop decorated with giant fish, a doorway surrounded by playful patterns. Kids run past you on their way home from school, and elderly residents sit outside, chatting with neighbors as if the whole place is one big living room. The best part is finding the viewpoint, small terraces tucked between houses, where the village opens up beneath you. From there, you can see the colorful buildings stacked like blocks, all the way down toward the sparkling sea. Sunrise brings soft pastel tones, while afternoon light makes the colors pop like a painting. Gamcheon isn't just about aesthetics. It's a testament to how a community can reinvent itself through imagination. It's creative, warm, and full of character. Every turn feels like a new little adventure, and no two visits ever look the same. Bukchon Hanok Village is one of those places where time seems to slow down the moment you step in. Right in the heart of Seoul, surrounded by cafes, traffic, and skyscrapers. This neighborhood feels like it exists in a different century. The narrow lanes are lined with traditional Hanok homes, each built with curved roofs, wooden beams, and stone foundations that carry hundreds of years of history. Walking through Bukchon is like moving through a picture book. The streets slope gently upward, revealing views of tiled rooftops stacked against the backdrop of modern Seoul. It's a contrast that feels almost poetic. The old and the new living side by side, neither overpowering the other. And when the light hits the village just right, especially in the early morning, the whole place glows with soft golden tones. Every Hanok here is different. Some are family homes, quietly cared for by residents whose families have lived here for generations. Others have become tea houses, craft shops, or cultural centers where you can watch artists create pottery, calligraphy, or traditional masks. The scent of pine wood mixes with the aroma of fresh tea, and the sounds are softer footsteps on stone, birds singing from the rooftops, a distant temple bell. One of the most memorable parts of Bukchon is the viewpoints. As you climb higher, the rooftops widen into a beautiful panorama of Seoul's skyline. You get that moment where the palace, the village, and the towers all sit together in one frame. It's a reminder of how much this city honors its roots while racing toward the future. Bukchon Hanok Village isn't just a pretty place to walk through. It's a living memory, quiet, graceful, and full of small, Intimate details that make you appreciate the depth of Korea's traditional culture. Jeju Island feels like South Korea's secret paradise, the kind of place where every corner looks like it belongs on a travel poster. As soon as you arrive, you notice how different the air feels here. It's warm, salty, and shaped by the ocean winds that wrap around the island like a constant embrace. Jeju isn't just one destination. It's a whole world packed into one island. Start with Halasan, the dormant volcano that rises right from the center of the island. The trails weave through forests that shift from dense green to volcanic rock. And if you hike to the summit, the crater lake looks like it's been carved from another era. The silence up there is almost unreal, just wind, sky, and endless views of the island below. Then there's Seoraksan National, better known as Sunrise Peak. Waking up early to climb its stairs is worth every sleepy step. When the sun breaks the horizon, its light spills over the bowl-shaped crater, turning the entire landscape gold. It's one of the most peaceful moments you can experience in Korea. Jeju's coastline is just as unforgettable. Jusangjeoli Cliff looks like nature took a chisel and carved giant hexagonal pillars straight out of the lava. Meanwhile, the beaches switch between emerald water, black volcanic rock, and soft white sand, each one with its own personality. And of course, there's the famous Hanye, the women of the sea. These incredible divers, many of them grandmothers, plunge into the cold water without oxygen tanks to harvest seafood. Their strength, discipline, and connection to the ocean give Jeju a cultural depth that's rare to find. Jeju Island isn't a quick stop, it's a place you feel. A place where nature, culture, and quiet magic come together in a way you don't forget. Nami Island is one of those places that instantly feels like a storybook. The moment the ferry drops you off, the world gets quieter. The air feels softer, the trees stand taller, and everything seems arranged with a gentle kind of perfection. It is no surprise this tiny half-moon island has become one of the most beloved escapes in South Korea. The famous tree-lined paths are the heart of Nami. Long rows of towering metasequoias, ginkgo trees, and cherry blossoms create natural tunnels that change with every season. In autumn, the entire walkway turns gold. In spring, petals drift through the air like slow-falling snow. And in winter, the branches look like they're dusted with powdered sugar. Every step feels like walking through a moving painting. But Nami isn't only about quiet beauty. The island also has a playful side. Sculptures sit in random corners, wooden carvings, whimsical art pieces, and even quirky statues that seem to be watching as you stroll by. Couples take photos beneath the arches of trees. Families pedal along the riverside paths, and cyclists glide past you with easy smiles. Closer to the center, you'll find cozy cafes and small craft shops tucked between gardens. The smell of roasted sweet potatoes and warm bread drifts through the air. Birds hop around looking for crumbs, and you can even spot rabbits wandering freely, completely unbothered by the visitors. Then there's the water surrounding the island. Calm, reflective, almost glassy. On foggy mornings, the trees fade into a soft mist that wraps the whole island in a dreamlike atmosphere. On bright days, the sunlight dances on the river and makes the colors feel even richer. Nami Island is peaceful, romantic, and wonderfully simple. It's the kind of place where you slow down without even trying, letting the scenery do all the talking. Seoraksan National Park is a place where nature's grandeur hits you in every direction. Towering granite peaks rise sharply from dense forests, creating a jagged skyline that changes with every season. In autumn, the mountains are ablaze with red, orange, and gold, while winter cloaks them in pristine white, turning the landscape into a quiet, frozen wonderland. Spring and summer bring fresh green foliage, waterfalls roaring to life, and mist that drifts lazily between cliffs. The park is more than just mountains. It's a tapestry of valleys, rivers, and hidden temples. Ulsanbawi Rock, one of Seoraksan's most iconic formations, demands attention. The hike is challenging, with steep stone steps carved into the cliff, but each step is rewarded with breathtaking panoramas. Standing at the summit, you feel the immensity of the park, with layers of peaks fading into the distance and forests spreading endlessly below. Boseong Falls and other hidden waterfalls are like nature's secret gifts. The sound of rushing water fills the air, echoing off stone walls, and the pools below shimmer in shades of emerald and sapphire. Trails wind through pine and maple forests, where sunlight flickers through the branches, casting dappled patterns on the forest floor. Every turn feels alive, with birds, squirrels, and the occasional deer crossing your path. Seoraksan isn't just a visual spectacle, it's a sensory experience. The crisp mountain air carries the scent of pine and wet earth, and the quiet of the valleys contrasts sharply with the roar of cascading streams. Ancient temples like Sinhungsa sit tucked into the slopes, their golden statues and wooden halls offering a glimpse into centuries of devotion and harmony with nature. Visiting Seoraksan National Park is more than a hike. It's a journey through a living masterpiece, where every peak, waterfall, and temple tells a story of timeless beauty. And that wraps up our journey through some of South Korea's most breathtaking spots. From the rolling green tea fields of Boseong to the colorful streets of Gamcheon Village and the tranquil beauty of Nami Island, each place is a reminder that this country is full of hidden gems just waiting to be explored. If you love discovering these wonders, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you won't miss our next adventure. Which of these spots would you visit first? Let us know in the comments below.